Well, good morning. It is New Year's Eve. Can anyone believe that 2020 is basically in the books? Boy, it is hard to believe that it is. And honestly, I'm a little bit apprehensive. Hey, Joe. That's what Joe thinks, I guess. I'm a little apprehensive going into 2021, just because typically on New Year's Eve, I'm always like, oh, you know, you're just like, there's so much anticipation for the new year and kind of the new you and everything. But this year it just feels a little different. I guess, you know, you always think about, it's like, you know, the sun is going to rise every single day because that's what's happened your entire life. The sun rises in the morning, right? And now my entire life, the next year was always like a new year. It was a fresh start. And 2020 wasn't quite like that. I want you to go and finish cleaning your room because we're going to be leaving shortly. Go. Okay. Go, 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 go. So anyway, we're getting ready to head out the door because this is day 4 in like the Get Fit series here. Good morning, Maria. And I have been going to the Y. So I started going on Monday again. I had not gone in a long time. So to kind of backtrack, 2015 was a year that I just decided enough was enough. I had been running and running and running, and I was not feeling any more fit by any means. And so in 2015, May 15th actually, of 2015, I completely gave up sugar and carbohydrates, and I continued on that way of eating and that way of life until the end of 2018. And I mean, as a result of that, the most obvious thing on the outside appearance was that I lost a huge amount of weight. Things that weren't so noticeable is that I no longer had itchy, scratchy skin all the time. I no longer had kind of like that hip sort of ache or whatever. I'm guessing it was due to inflammation. Not all the time, but like you'd be sitting down for a long time, then you get up and you kind of have just like this weird ache. Anyway, so that continued all through 2018. And then in 2019, the last couple of months of 2018 had been pretty difficult staying on track with the eating, and I was finding that I was starting to get almost a little bit grumpy about it. Yeah, that's all I guess I'm going to say about that. So in 2019, I found myself just kind of introducing a few things back into my diet. I would have like oatmeal now and then. I'd have popcorn now and then. I'd have an occasional treat on a Sunday only. And gradually throughout the year of 2019, I did put some weight back on. I was still feeling very strong. That was another thing from 2015 through 18. I also felt very strong. I was not doing quite so much cardio, and I was doing a lot more weightlifting at the time. I felt very, very strong. My body just felt good almost all the time. So in 2019, I started feeling not quite so strong anymore. I did put on some weight, but nothing that was significant, nothing that I felt grumpy about, nothing that really made my clothes fit that much differently or anything like that. Peter, you have to finish. You got to go finish cleaning your room so that we can go. And then in so throughout 2019, I kind of stayed, you know, I stayed pretty even through 2019. 2020 hit, and I mean, I don't blame it on 2020 by any means. It's fully my own fault, but I just started kind of eating normal as what was normal before. If I felt like having a cookie, or I felt like having the noodles, or whatever it might be, I just ate that. I ate basically what the rest of my family was eating. I stopped making kind of like special meals and, you know, things like that for myself. And as a result, this year I have put on a lot of weight. I feel not very strong anymore at all. I do not feel strong at all. My itchy, scratchy skin is back with a vengeance. And I also notice that I am having some of that like inflammation again. That's just kind of causing some stiffness. And I don't like it. So, although I have not really changed my diet here yet, which I know that's probably a big thing about it, but I have started going to the YMCA again. We've had a membership for years and years. I hadn't been going in quite some time, so I got back into it and have been going to some fitness classes. So Monday ended up getting there late. It's first come, first serve now with all the COVID stuff.
I can't wait to go.
I know, and Maria's so excited to go because when I go, if it's during the day and Warren is working, I take them to like the adventure center. And so they have, what do they have there, Maria?
Well, they have like a big jungle gym, and they have a play kitchen, and they have like a giant Barbie house, and they have all kinds of big things.
They do. They have a lot of just fresh and new toys. So this will be their second time going to the adventure center. It'll be my 4th day in a row going. And now we are actually going to be going out of town. So tomorrow, which will be New Year's Day, then the January 2nd and January 3rd. So I won't be going to the Y at all. But they have their fresh schedule that's set for Monday, January 4th. And I'm going to continue going. Well, I haven't really looked at the schedule, so I don't know if it's going to be daily or what it's going to be. But anyway, that is that. That was a huge, long introduction. I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life. So that is what I share here. I share our country life of cranberry farming. I share lots of country food. And I share, what else do I share here? Homeschooling, kids, mom life, a little bit of cleaning. Not much. And what else do we share? In the summer, we share a lot on gardening and things like that, canning, preserving, all the good stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join in. So, okay, we need to get going here in about 2 minutes. And we also have to run to the UPS store to make some returns from a few Christmas items. So I'm going to grab my packing tape and my UPS stuff. We are back in the van. That was another really, really tough workout. I mean, really, really good. It's one of those where it's so good, but then your muscles are sore, but you're like, okay, I know I'm getting stronger and using muscles I haven't used in a long time, which is a good thing. You guys had fun?
Mm-hmm. And I need a new friend.
That's awesome. Okay, now we're gonna head off to the UPS store because I do have 3 things to ship back. Yep, and the kids saw the pool and they're like, we want to come to the pool sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, we also decided after the UPS and FedEx store to stop at Aldi. We need to catch up. Tonight we're going to be having those onion rings, and how can you have onion rings without ketchup? And then we also are going to be making sandwiches for on the road tomorrow, and I realized that we only had like one sort of dried out loaf of bread in the freezer right now, and so I didn't think that would make the best fresh sandwiches, so I picked up a couple of these Italian loaves of bread. And then I did see the salad marked it. I'm home. Well, obviously. Warren's in the house. It's, what is it? 12:20 already. He's making some chicken noodle soup. What were you doing this morning? We saw fresh snowmobile tracks.
It was not me.
It wasn't?
No.
I don't know who it would have been.
Hunkies.
I think those were yesterday's tracks.
Oh, okay.
No, I pulled the flood this morning, so I was chipping bulkheads, and then I changed oil in Amber's car, aired up her tires, and then I was working on reorganizing the shop, trying to make it a little more user-friendly.
User-friendly, yes. Make it more where it's like a joy to actually go in and work on a project, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
A couple days ago, I got all of the boxes and packaging materials and everything out of our bedroom from the Christmas season, and I came out and I was like, you know, the best way to make your bedroom seem really, really big is to live with it for 6 weeks, like just crammed and crowded with boxes and stuff like that, and then once you clean it out, it feels huge. Okay, it's super sunny here today, but we're actually heading out to look at something that probably would be considered pretty disgusting to most of the country here. So last night, Warren had come through on the snowmobile and everything was just like normal. And then this morning when he was coming through to check water, boy, that sun is so incredibly bright, I can't even look. And then this morning when he was coming through to check water, he came upon a dead deer. So there was a doe, and it looks to him like probably four wolves had at some point surrounded it and took it down anyways up here on the ice. And so we're just gonna go out and look at it. Not because we love to look at gross things, but I think it's a good reminder to the kids just that the wolves definitely are predators, and you know, just kind of like what they can do. So anyway, I'm gonna spare you guys the view because it's quite a view. But anyway, I'm gonna head out and look at that, and yeah, interesting. Well, that's definitely something that you don't see every day, but it's really an interesting detective project because you can see which direction the tracks are coming from and kind of count the different sets of tracks. So yeah, very interesting.
Right there.
Yeah, wolf track there. Now we have a lot of people tracks, so it's getting harder to see. But
based on the tracks, I think it was at least 4 wolves.
There's definitely tracks over here. And there were a lot of coyote tracks too, so
They
I
came
don't
for
know.
the remnants, I think.
Yeah. Those are coyote tracks over there, Peter?
Yeah. Big coyote.
Big coyote, huh? All right, well now let's see if we can get off the ice without slipping.
Dad!
You just pick her up like she's nothing.
Dad!
What, Joe?
I put the picture in the snow and it's right there.
You're next.
Well, it is 10 after 2 now, and I just finally showered. Okay, but what I want to show you guys is the bathroom. So I've had a lot of questions wondering when I'm going to show the bathroom, and I wasn't showing it because we just finished a portion of it that I really wanted done before I showed it to you guys. So little recap. In June, we had a construction crew come in, like a remodeling crew or whatever. They came in and they worked on our bathroom. So the goal was to freshen everything up. We were not planning on changing like the shape of our bathroom, although it is a very tight, narrow little bathroom. It just wasn't going to happen at this point. We'd have to tear out a wall, we'd have to take out a closet, then you know, the next room over wouldn't have a closet. It just wasn't going to work. So we had to just go with what we had. And the construction crew did pretty much everything except we did want to do some of the trim work ourselves. We wanted to reuse some of the trim, and we also wanted to make some new trim, and all the trim in our house is trim that Warren made, so we really didn't want to buy it and then have it like mismatched and things like that. So here we go. I'm going to start right at the beginning, and the only thing that is still actually not done is we need to put some trim on this side. You can see up there on this side, the inside of the bathroom. We just don't have that trim ready yet. So this is my most favoritist part of the whole entire project. We used to have a pocket door here that from day one rarely worked. It had gotten fixed multiple times by Warren, by Uncle Dan, by Warren again, and it would never stay fixed and working. So anyway, we had them tear out the pocket door and redo drywall and everything here. And then I really wanted, and it kind of goes up high, which is just kind of weird. It's hard to see up there. And it does go way up high, and it's kind of a weird thing. So what I wanted was to have shelving that looked like, you know, floating shelves. And I found a picture on Pinterest, and I said, Warren, can you do this? And he's like, yes, I can. So anyway, I bought these baskets from Amazon. They look really cute if they're turned the other way because they have these little rope handles, but that just doesn't work in our space. And then I also got these baskets from Amazon, and there's another one of those. This laundry basket I picked up from Walmart. So you can see how deep the cabinet is, or the closet area is. I have those stackables back there, nail polish, and you know, a lot of times, guys, that's what I use as storage bins. Look at that, it's just an ice cream pail. Down here, someplace I have just a cardboard box. I don't know where it is now, but anyway, yeah, so in this one we have like our bath towels. Looks like it's time to wash. And then all the way back there, there's the cardboard box. I have like my overnight bag for when we travel, and then that cardboard box has hand towels and washcloths. I don't often get all that fancy when it comes to storage containers, at least except for the ones that are showing. But anyway, thank you, Warren. I absolutely love this little nook right here. And then this was a really fun addition to the bathroom as well. This was just a blank wall right here that we always had towel bars on. But being that this, let me see if I can back up here. This is super narrow. From this side to that side is very, very narrow. And we were always, not me, but like anyone with wider shoulders was always bumping into these. And so I think I kind of had the idea to do this, and then our contractor said, yeah, that can totally be done. We can, you have enough support in the wall and other places. And so they kind of helped with measuring it all out and figuring out how to do it. And then the tile guy is the one who suggested doing tile behind here. And I need to try to get farther back. I absolutely love how that looks. As you can see, I am not a matchy-matchy towel person either. So now it kind of opens up. And we got a new toilet. This is a Kohler. We're loving this toilet so far. I think it's called like a toilet or a Kohler Highline or high something. And here's the toilet paper holder that I've told you guys about. It's not super deep, and that's why we need to use the small rolls. And even an extender, if we had an extender, would get tight, because this is very tight. When you look at measurements if you're designing like a new bathroom, this is, I think, 3 inches narrower than what is kind of supposed to be on either side of the toilet or something like that. So it's pretty narrow. And that was why I went with one of these that tucks into the wall, just to try to give us as much space as possible. Okay, I have this little tote. This actually had clementine oranges in.
Look what I made.
Oh, is that cute? Everyone's playing with their
Modeling clay.
Modeling clay. Those are cute. It's like air dry, so it's really soft. Very cute, Marie. I like it. Anyway, yeah, clementines came in this little wooden crate, and I've been using that. So yes, we went with the Briarwood made in the USA for the vanity here. And then I don't know if this is quartz or granite, or I don't really know what it is. But anyway, I really love it. We used to have a darker wood with the lighter top, and I really love this dark top. One, it just doesn't show the like toothpaste spit and stuff like that as readily. I love it. And then we went with one of these single faucets here. I really like this too. I wasn't sure. You're always like, oh, we've always had the double. Am I going to like it? Anyway, I love it. The medicine cabinet here has the big sliding doors. This is teak wood. We purchased this off of Amazon. I don't believe they have it at Amazon anymore. It was a little bit more of a splurge item, but with our expanse here, and the fact that oftentimes there's 2 or 3 of us trying to get ready in this one bathroom in the morning, I wanted to have more mirror than just this section like we used to have. And so this gives us more space for, like, someone can be brushing their teeth, I can be doing makeup, whatever, that kind of thing. I still have the 2 different color light bulbs. I know it looks funny, but I actually like it because when I stand under each light, I get a different look at the way my makeup looks. But I went with, I think they sometimes call these like a fisherman or a, sometimes they call these farmhouse or barn lights maybe. Anyway, went with those in that like rubbed oil bronze, or is that what it's called? Yeah, with the rubbed oiled bronze. And then our window is the same window that we always had. Warren did put new trim around there. And then we did go with the little overhang. I really wish that we would have done that all the way down the hall. I love the way that looks. But yeah, but we didn't. So we had to go with the narrowest tub that we could find to fit in here. Whoops, focus. And so I did want one of these curved, what are these called? I wanted one of these curved shower curtain bars just to give us a little bit more space This shower curtain with like the little flowers, I did get this off of Amazon. Yes, I did. The bar we got up at Home Depot. And then the tile work. I love the tile. I cannot believe how easy it is to clean the tile. It's so easy. I got the Mrs. Meyer's, the scrub brush, which honestly I don't really care for the scrub brush so much, the tile brush. It's just a little too narrow or something. But I got the spray, like a tile spray, and then a tile scrub. It's like a baking soda scrub or something, Mrs. Meyer's. I love that. It works really, really well to keep this lower section here clean, because we do still get a little bit of orange through in our water, and you know, a little and that discoloration does like to settle on the grout lines. So that Mrs. Meyer's has been working great. We put one of these nooks in. That again was an idea of the contractor, and I absolutely love having that little nook. It keeps, again, everything away from our elbows. Warren had a habit of always bumping his elbow into the stuff before, and then it would fall, and then, you know, sometimes these lids would crack and that, and so this is so nice to have that little space. And then this over here, I love these too. They just work so well. We have a Delta, I think that's Delta, faucet system, and that has been working out great. I love this head. It's like a little wider head, so you get more of a spray, like a rain spray of water versus just this like stream coming out like our old one. Anyway, loving the bathroom. There's the ceiling. We put in a new ceiling fan and light. And I think that's everything. It's a small bathroom. And we just went, you know, pretty, I would say that everything is pretty basic, but it's just all fresh and new and just feels up to date, and I absolutely love it. So there you go. So I do want to make some muffins now. So we are going to be going to, you know, to South Dakota here for the next 3 days. And so we'll be spending 2 nights at the hotel. And I thought it'd be nice to have some muffins to go with all those like breakfast things that I got. I'm hoping that there's a microwave there. But so I think I'm going to do muffins here, and I'm going to do some blueberry muffins. I don't know exactly yet. I have to look at it a little bit. Okay, we settled on blueberry muffins and then chocolate chip muffins. So Maria has in here, what do you have in here? 1.5 cups flour. What else?
Sugar.
There's a 1/2 cup of sugar.
Baking powder.
Yep, a tablespoon of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And so she's going to get that mixed up. We have a 1/4 cup of shortening melted here. We're just letting it cool slightly. And then I'm going to crack in an egg and a 1/2 cup of milk, mix those together, add in some blueberries, and that is it. So simple,
Can I crack
so yummy. You want to crack the egg? Absolutely. All right, there is a band going on in the background. Okay guys, just a little quieter for just a second. I'm working on the chocolate chip muffins now, and I'm using the same exact recipe, just doing it in a little bit different order and a different fat. So whereas the blueberry muffins, I started with shortening and I melted it and then added the milk and egg. In this case, what I'm going to do is I have coconut oil here. I don't know why I measured it in there first, but I just did. And now I have all my dry ingredients here. I'm going to mix these all up. And then what I'm going to do is cut in the coconut oil, and then I will whisk together the milk and the egg and pour that in last. So just a little different variation, same recipe, just we've made chocolate chip muffins with coconut oil before, and it's so good. So that's why I wanted to do that today. All right, it's 10 to 6 now, and I've just been packing. Warren pretty much has his stuff packed already, and Joe today had packed multiple bags. And so I had to go through, unpack all of the things that he packed and then gather up the things that he really needed. And so I'm just going to point out this dress. I have it in green and black. And this is from Muxin through Amazon. And it is such a nice fitting dress, you guys. It's not too low. It has fabulous stretch to it. So I would definitely recommend that brand as positive. I'd give that brand positive reviews on Amazon. I did buy a number of dresses. I've been trying to find a dress for this year for the wedding, and I sent probably 8 dresses back. Some of them just had such flimsy fabric, but this brand I really like, so I got it in both green and black, or the green one for Christmas. All right, and while I was back doing some packing, Warren was out making our like fast, fun supper tonight. So we had that Wild Mike's pizza. Is that what it's called, Wild Mike's? Yeah, Wild Mike's. And then the mini corn dogs. And then as the evening progresses, I think we'll probably kind of keep on making like the onion rings and the poppers and stuff like that. But it's only almost 6 o'clock. So I think, you know, come like 8:30, I'm sure everyone's going to want to have some snacks again. So we'll kind of just pull the stuff out and make it then. You guys have anything to say for the new year?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How about you, Peter? You making any resolutions or setting any new goals for the year? Nothing? You, Joe?
Supper, cold, dirt bike, fun toy.
A dirt bike and fun toys. How about you, Warren? Are you setting any goals for this year?
I'd like to build the ice house this year.
Awesome.
I'd like to get that built and done. Well, at least livable.
A good start, huh?
Yeah.
And I want to get strong again.
Yes!
I've been feeling really weak. So that's what I have to say here. So we're going to be ringing in the new year tonight.
Nice. Are you videoing?
I am.
Where the pops? Where the pops?
That didn't even blow through.
Who
I can
took
still
the
feel hard stuff
Did
in there.
who
Ooh,
took the hook?
yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, honey.
Weird.
Maria, pop it this way. Ah.
I'll take it.
That was a big pop. Hurry up. You gotta. Come on.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey, Joe. Shoot it my way. Shoot it my way, Joe. Whoa!
Go, go.
I love that smell. Okay, it's about 10:15 here. We are just watching the news and watched a little bit of one of those, like, whatever the New Year's programming is that's on. And then, as you saw, everybody's falling asleep. But Warren and I are just making some quick mozzarella sticks. We only made the pizza tonight and the corn dogs. So we never even got to all the treats, but everybody was plentiful. So anyway, that's going to be it. We're going to sign out here for the night. I hope that you guys ring in the new year and that it just brings many, many blessings your way. We will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.